Welcome to the ShinoWorld Broadcasting Show. In other news, we're having a Wi-Fi battle. What's poppin' though? What's up, YouTube? This your boy ShinoWorld. Go back here like a bono. What's poppin' though? Today we have a battle against EonBlitz, and that battle honestly was one of the best battles I had in a really long time. This was actually a very close battle. We was going back and forth. The plays were being made. You guys should check out his channel in the description below. He does upload Oris OU on Showdown Ladder live. He also has Smash vids. He has a lot of great content, so go ahead and check him out. I think he's underrated, so I want you guys to pretty much check out his channel. So go ahead and check out his channel, which is in the description below. You know, subscribe to him if you think his content is great. But without further ado, let's get into today's battle. Today's battle is super powerful against my friend EonBlitz. So as you guys can see, Brandon is challenging. He leads with his Ferrothorn. This is where I feel like off the back, you know, he's about to just go ahead and try to set up hazards and get ready to set up all type of stuff. So he's gonna go into his Ferrothorn. I'm gonna go into my Hippowdon. I've been running Hippowdon on this team because Hippowdon is really good. He's gonna set up his first layer of spikes. I'm just thinking to myself, yo, what could he possibly do? So with that, I'm gonna go into Whirlwind just to get this Ferrothorn out, because it was like I can't switch into anything that's gonna be like taking any hits. And he's gonna get switched into his Sharpedo, which is ridiculously amazing. But I'm thinking to myself, yo, maybe we can just, you know, do something about it. He's gonna go for the crunch, and I'm just like, all right, maybe this crunch will not be as dangerous as I expected it to be, and I'm just gonna Whirlwind that thing out because I can't do nothing if he gets the speed balls off and then, you know, Mega Evolves, because then this thing becomes a potential threat. He's gonna follow up by going into his Landorus with the Whirlwind, and that's gonna be where the battle start changing and start getting a hella complicated plays. You know, me and him was like predicting all over the place. It was like he was predicting me and I was predicting him. It was just like back and forth. It was just like ridiculous. So I feel like he had HPI, so I went into my Ferrothorn and got my Hippowdon out basically so I could set up my Stealth Rocks. Because I don't really think he can do anything too much to me right now at this range, because he does have a Talonflame, which is low-key in the back waiting, but you know, that Talonflame is like hidden. Oh my god, this man is passing with a loud-ass cart. This is what happens when you live in a black neighborhood in the city. Can't deal with it, can't deal with it. But anyways, this is where things get a little bit technical, because we starting to implement our own different plays into this, and he got superpower. I did not expect superpower coming from this motherfucking Lando, and I'm just like, yo. So he's gonna go ahead and get the defense drop and the the physical attack drop. The iron bars are gonna take place. He's gonna get buffed by sand, and I'm gonna go ahead and get my Stealth Rocks up pretty much so I could be sitting. Oh my, not my Stealth Rocks, my Leaf Seed. I apologize, because I feel like, yo, I'm gonna have to make him switch out, you know, get some Leaf Seed damage, plus, you know, I'm getting weather damage, so that's gonna like all follow up into like one Banzai. If I would have had Protect, you know, that would have been a better set to run on this, but I did not have a Protect. I'd actually carry Knockoff, Leaf Seed, what was it? Knockoff, Leaf Seed, Gyro Ball, and Stealth Rocks. That's pretty much my set for Ferrothorn, because I like to run a little different set, but I'm pretty sure it's still common to a lot of different users of Ferrothorn. But the main reason I got Gyro Ball is like for fairy type, like if I run into a fucking maybe if I run into like what is it, Togekiss, bulky ass Togekiss, it pretty much brings his health really down critical. But that's if he's not running Flare Blitz. So now I'm gonna switch out. He's gonna predict me to switch out because he knows I don't want this thing to die. He's gonna go into his Conkeldurr. I'm gonna go into my motherfucking big homie Yami. Yami's coming in. He's about to Shadow Ball. It doesn't do too much because this man has the Assault Vest. That is something you really have to watch out about. So I'm gonna go into my Hippowdon, because I'm thinking to myself, you know, Hippowdon is the best bet to go into to eat up a hit, because I know he carries Knockoff, and the Knockoff is gonna do so much. And the main reason I would switch out into Hippowdon, because I know my Hippowdon has Slack Off, and it's just thinking to myself like, yo, maybe I can lift one of these even though I'm gonna lose Life Orb. Not my Life Orb, my Leftovers, and then Leftovers gonna drop, but I still got this awesome ass fucking Slack Off with this beautiful set. So he's gonna go ahead and switch out. This is where he switches out into Sharpedo, and I'm just like, I see you, big dog. So I go ahead and set up my Stealth Rocks, pretty much crippling for him from switching in and out. That pretty much was like one of the main things I wanted to get done here, because like his team is just like so good, and the way he's switching in and out is like he's predicting extremely well. So he's gonna go Protect, basically get that speed boost. I'm gonna go for Earthquake, and he's gonna Protect again. I mean, he's gonna Protect, and that doesn't do anything. It's pretty much useless. So now he gets the speed boost. This is where the speed boost comes into play. This man is about to just follow that with the Mega Evolution. You know, Mega Sharpedo is about to make his debut on the team. Mega Sharpedo is about to show his face. Look how fierce and vicious Mega Sharpedo looks. This thing looks so dangerous. I'm terrified when it comes to battling this thing. I am so scared. He's gonna go for Ice Fang, and I'm thinking to myself, yo, why do you have Ice Fang? And guess what? I'm gonna get frozen solid. But I thought out. Hex was not on my side for a little bit, so I'm gonna go for Slack Off, you know, getting my health back. That is a great play on my part, because, you know, me getting my health back, I don't think another Ice Fang will do as nearly as much damage, and plus he's getting like buffed by the sand, so that's kind of pretty much wearing his Sharpedo down. He's gonna follow a Waterfall, and I'm just like, yo, he's hoping for a flinch, and I'm just thinking to myself, if he gets this flinch, I'm gonna be super upset. And he doesn't get the flinch, but I do follow with Earthquake. You know, Earthquake is going to do a decent amount on Sharpedo because you know Sharpedo is like physically, you know, not good. I should have switched out into my Ferrothorn because if I would have switched out into my Ferrothorn, he would have took some damage from I would have got hit with the crunch, but he would took some damage from Iron Barbs, pretty much lowering him down to like the bare minimum. So right now I'm going to go into my Infernape because Infernape does carry Fake Out. That's like going to be the best bet for me. I'm going to need to go ahead and get that Infernape out with that Fake Out because that's going to be like power. That's going to be like relatively threatened because like look at it, just so dangerous. You got to just look at this man. You got to assess him. He's just so powerful. Honestly, these plays we've been making this whole battle has just been ridiculous. So he's going to go into his Mew. This is actually going to be a defog Mew set, which is really surprising. So I'm going to switch out my Infernape because I don't want my Infernape to pretty much get bopped around by this thing. So I'm going to go to Ferrothorn, which is like the best play to do here because I don't think like there's anything else I should do. He's going to go ahead and defog, pretty much getting rid of my Stealth Rocks. So that's upsetting because I did need the Stealth Rocks. The Stealth Rocks was going to play a big part. If I would have kept my Stealth Rocks up, maybe it would have turned the tide of the battle, but it pretty much crippled my chances of anything. So now he's gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and get leftovers damage, and then I think he next turn he switches out. I think he doesn't want this thing to stay in. Yeah, I switch out my Ferrothorn because I can't really do anything to Mew, and this is like the most bad bet. So I was like, I'm going into Gallade. Gallade is gonna be come in, and Gallade's gonna eat up one of the Psychics because I figured he was gonna go for Psychic because he's gonna overpredict me to switch out and expect like a knockoff or something, because like Sword Dance Mew is apparently a thing I've heard from Numnexes, and that is something that I've been watching out for when I've been battling a lot of people with Mew. Offensive Mew set is something that a lot of people tell me I should be worried about and just a little bit nervous when it comes to battling. So we're gonna go ahead and Mega Evolve with Gallade. Look at this thing. We're gonna follow with Knockoff, pretty much doing a shit ton of damage to this Mew. If I would have had Shadow Sneak on my team, if I would have had the priority, this would have really changed the tide of battle, and it really would have been great. So we're gonna follow for one more Knockoff. He's gonna go ahead and set up his hazards, pretty much getting off damage, and that's gonna later on play a big hand in the end. Now he goes into his Talonflame, which is just ridiculous. I'm so scared when it comes to Talonflame. Talonflame is such a bad threat. So I'm gonna get to my Ferrothorn because it's like Ferrothorn is already close to dying. You know, if he attacks me, he's gonna get recalled. Plus, he's gonna get hit by my Iron Barbs. That way, it's just like I can accumulate damage on this Talonflame because he doesn't seem like he has a Pokemon with Wish on his team, which from the preview you pretty much can tell he does not have a Pokemon with Wish on his team. So now I'm gonna go ahead and get hurt. Ferrothorn is gonna die. Once Ferrothorn dies, it's just like, to me, I'm thinking in my head, you know, yeah, what can I do? What can I do? So now I'm gonna go into my motherfucking big homie Kingdra. Kingdra always comes through. He's gonna switch out. You know, when switching out, I was just going all out. You know, I just didn't want no flex zone, like absolutely no flex zone. I'm going in like it's my old zone. So I'm gonna go for Hydro Pump. I was trying to kill Talonflame, not even gonna lie, and he predicted that. He was just like trying to get out of there. So now it's just like, yo, he has his Ferrothorn in, which is like super dangerous, and then it's like I have to get rid of it because if not, he's gonna go ahead and try to set up more hazards, and that's later on gonna become a big threat to me. So I go ahead and switch out immediately. It's just like, yo, I gotta get out of here. This is not my scene. So I'm gonna go back into my Infernape. Rocks are on play, so Rocks is gonna start to take his toll and start to do damage. He's gonna put out a Leech Seed, which is so ridiculous. I always thought, not thought, but I always think that Leech Seed shouldn't affect fire type Pokemon because it's like there are seeds on a fire type Pokemon's body. If a fire type Pokemon is always burning up, shouldn't the seeds like burn up as soon as they touch? Maybe should it last like a turn, one turn or two turns? But you know what? He goes for the Leech Seed. He starts getting up some help. I'm gonna go for Flare Blitz right in the back, and I guess he thought I was gonna over predict, and I go for Flare Blitz, pretty much killing off this Ferrothorn. It's like, Ferrothorn, you need to get out. I need you out of my trap house, fam. I need you to go. I need you to Vamonos. Andale. Honestly, the best bet for me to do since I had got rid of his Mew was to switch into Hippowdon and get up my Stealth Rocks. But I don't think Hippowdon would live if I switched it in again, because like Hippowdon is like close to dying. So I'm gonna go back into my motherfucking Kingdra because it's like I'm scared of this Talonflame. Talonflame is so dangerous, and he withdraws the Talonflame again. He doesn't even want the Talonflame to be like in the same vicinity as this Kingdra because he's worried that the Kingdra is gonna be like some superset or some shit. So I'm gonna go for a Hydro Pump, and guess what? He's gonna get bopped because it's a crit. You know, this is a Sniper Kingdra Life Orb set. The main reason I don't have Scope Lens is because I actually haven't got a Scope Lens yet in the game. If you guys want to donate some items to Shino, go ahead and let me know down in the comment section below. I don't have that many items, and now he's gonna go into his Thunderous. I don't know why I stayed in, and I thought I could live a T-Ball, but I actually don't. So he's gonna go ahead and kill me. that sad sack on Kingdra. But Kingdra, you know, you came in, you served a lot of work. This is a Life Orb Tornado, a Thunderous, and that thing did so much damage. So following that, I'm gonna go into my motherfucking Gallade, because Gallade is that nigga. And pretty much this is where the battle starts to draw down to, and he go ahead and pretty much Thunder Waves me just to guarantee his win. Maybe if I would have had like Shadow Sneak or something. So I go for Psycho Cut, pretty much bopping off this Thunderous, getting rid of this Thunderous, pretty much obsolete. Get off the field. I don't want to see you no more, fam. Like, get out. And last Pokemon he comes into is none other than his homie Talonflame. He's gonna go for Brave Bird. There's absolutely no chance of me living this, but it was honestly a close battle. I really enjoyed this battle. Battles like this are battles that I look for. You know, I might upload a 6-0 and a 5-0, you know, just to show like an early preview, you know. But most of my battles are good and close battles. I try to keep it that way. And I'm gonna go into my motherfucking Yami. And Yami is not gonna live a Brave Bird. He's not gonna just live a Brave Bird at all. See if I still had Stealth Rocks up. Maybe that'll play in this, and I could have just, you know, used that to my advantage. But Stealth Rocks couldn't do nothing, and the icing on the cake was a crit. So even if I did have a chance to live in it, the crit reassured my debt. And that was a good game from EonBlitz47. If you guys want to check out his channel, is in the link description and below. If you guys enjoyed that video, go ahead and leave it a like. And if you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. And with that being said, this has been ShinoWorld. Peace in the Middle East. Don't forget to bring your guns, because I will blow your shit up. Later, guys.